Speaking of conversation points, Jessie Bates, superstar. I'm totally cool with calling him a superstar.
Came alive in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so,
he was
for sure
spectacular in 2020, all-pro caliber in 2020. Kind of just like was there in 2021. It was like I guess like Robert Woods first 8 weeks to compare it to a Rams. It's like a Ram. It's like he's fine. He's not a world beater. He's fine. He's whatever, you know. And then he in the playoffs. Oh man, he's the second coming of Ed Reed. It's like holy Christmas. And he's like making plays every week. He had an interception in the Super Bowl. He had I think he picked off Tannehill. He was just
he
crazy.
He had the interception on Tannehill with what was it? 20 seconds left. I remember we were actually live for that game, and it was so funny watching everybody make takes saying this game goes to overtime, this game goes to overtime, and then 2 seconds later, Jessie Bates picks off Tannehill.
I remember that. I was there. That was the day my Instagram got hacked.
Fun.
It's been 4 months. I need to get it back.
Didn't he tipped the interception in overtime against the Chiefs.
Yes.
He didn't catch it, but he tipped it. And then he had an interception in the Super Bowl.
He was nuts. And this isn't like these aren't tipped interceptions. These are ball hawk interceptions. This is like prime Jessie Bates doing it. So, but he apparently wants out of Cincinnati. He doesn't want to play on the franchise tag, which I understand.
I'm not necessarily sure whether or not that means he wants out. I think he just wants to get paid.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to play on the franchise tag. He doesn't want to play on a short-term deal. So, like, he wants the security and a longer contract, and he wants to get paid. And if you're the Bengals and you're looking at your draft, you're trying to like hide the draft board a little bit. Like, I'm going to just like hide this piece of paper. Like, oh, you can't see my draft board. The Bengals drafted 2 defensive backs for their first 2 picks. They went Daxton Hill out of Michigan and Cam Taylor-Britt out of Nebraska. Jessie Bates is probably looking at, I don't know where he was watching or how he was watching, but he's probably just like, I'm thinking he's in like a Sean McVay or Cliff Kingsbury style, like huge house.
Like just a beach house or something like that.
Like just chilling. Where did he go to school? Did he go to Florida? I don't know. Where did Bates go to school?
That's a good point.
I just took down I had Pro Football Reference. I've had to pull up Pro Football Reference
Wake Forest
3 different times today. Oh, he went to Wake Forest. Okay. Let's just say, for the sake of arguments, he's just chilling the Myrtle Beach. Let's say he lives at Myrtle Beach. He's just chilling, sipping
or he's in Cabo or something.
Sipping not alcoholic beverage, and he just looks at a screen. Bum-ba-da-dum, bum, bum-ba-da-dum. The Cincinnati Bengals select Daxton Hill. He probably threw something and called his agent. Was like, I'm not going to stand for this BS. The Bengals need to pay me. I deserve more money. I'm a better player than Daxton Hill. He probably is. But it's like, and then you turn around the second round. Well, maybe like Hill can play. He can play slot. You know, he can play strong safety. It might not be me on the chalking block. He can play boundary corner. He can be the Eli Apple replacement. Okay, that's fine. And then you see Cameron Taylor-Britt go. It's like, then I think the eyebrow went. Actually, you break out the conspiracy snake there, because it is a conspiracy. They are trying to kick Jessie Bates out the door. I don't understand. He is one of the top 50 players in the NFL, probably top 70 players in the NFL.
It would be really stupid if they're trying to kick Jessie Bates out. Like Eli Apple, I understand, even though I think he only got a 1-year deal this year anyway. Mm-hmm. So I understand them trying to get rid of him, especially.
He was actually halfway decent last year. I think he's kind of the guy that his reputation as like a bum succeeds him. So like, I get it, but at the same time, it's kind of like David Long. If David Long makes a nice play, you're like, that doesn't make up for the last 4 years that you've been absolutely atrocious, right?
Yeah.
Or if Patrick Queen makes a great play, it's like, well, you still sucked in 2020. So, I mean, eventually you're going to get over that. And if Queen has a really good year this year, then okay, sure, I get it. But Apple is just, he rubs every fan base the wrong way, even the ones he plays for. Giants fans hate him. Saints fans hate him. Bengals fans probably put up with him because he wasn't awful. He hates Ravens fans. That's the funny one.
Because he's played for like every team again in their division. Has he played for Pittsburgh? I don't think he's played for Pittsburgh.
No, he's only played for Cincinnati, but he hates Ravens fans.
Weird.
So Ravens
That's really
fans
weird. That just despise him.
Saints fans despise him because he was awful for them. And Giants, he's a first-round draft bust for them. So Fun times with Eli Apple. Just play Daxton Hill at boundary corner, and we don't have to have this conversation.
So the way I see this right now with Jessie Bates is that the Bengals know that he's not happy on the franchise tag, and they probably are kind of like getting in the whole just in case territory. Like, if he actually does end up leaving, we have pieces to fill that hole.
Yeah.
I think that could very well be the case. I think that honestly could be the most likely scenario. I don't see why Cincinnati wouldn't want to pay him, but
he's a safety, and it's hard paying safeties because
there
are very few safeties. It's kind of
like we're just gonna have to wait and see. Like, does he actually end up holding out over this, or does he like stick with it for now and then like believes that they're going to give him a better contract in the years to come?
Right.
So
And it's weird with these positions that don't seem to matter as much, whether it's running back or tight end or interior offensive line, interior defensive line, linebacker, safety. It's just hard to pay a guy that much. It's unless they are Quentin Nelson, unless they are like Derwin James, unless they are Bobby Wagner, Aaron Donald.
Bobby Wagner so much money, and we're still trying to pay Cup and Donald.
It's like, okay, Derrick Henry, worth the money, sure. Christian McCaffrey, worth the money, sure. Mark Andrews, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, worth the money, yes, absolutely. But that second tier of players at those positions, it's really, really hard to make that argument. And I love Jessie Bates. He is a spectacular player, but he has not been safety one for like 3 seasons in a row. And it's really hard to do that. Like, I think Honey Badger's wildly overrated. Or every safety in the NFL gets picked on. That's the nature of the job. But it's just a strange, it's an ebb and flow thing with safeties, with corners, with running backs. It's how this is the game going, right? Is it leaning pass heavy? Is it leaning run heavy? Is it like a super high scoring game that teams are having to throw the ball deep down the field and then you get targeted? Or is it a situation like Earl Thomas 2019 Ravens that you just don't have any interest in taking a shot at Earl Thomas because his name is Earl freaking Thomas. Also, Earl Thomas is a mess right now, but that's neither here nor there.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but I might have to go answer the door, so I will be right back.
Okay. We will go Splash solo for like 5 minutes. How's it going, guys? It's your boy Splash. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring a ding ding, that Le'Veon bell, that notification bell, so you can be notified whenever we go live, whenever we post new content. As soon as I figure out a recording setup that is not this box right here in my room, I will be dropping hecka content on you. I have a video on Daxton Hill. I have a script already made for that. Henry made the thumbnail. That is going to be a banger. See, I just wobbled the table. I'm not going to do that again. I have my water bottle here. Don't want bad things to happen. But we have more content coming.